All right, let's take a look at the latest spyware released from Microsoft, because that's what all the kids are into these past couple of weeks, ever since the leaked development version of Windows 11 was posted onto 4chan's technology board. Now, I'm not going to show you guys the magnet link, and I'm not going to put it in the description, at least not here on YouTube, because magnet links are illegal here. So if you want the magnet link, I'll probably add it to the description of the video when it gets synced to Odyssey, because that's a video platform that actually supports free speech and doesn't just strike channels for posting magnet links that don't link to malware or anything terrible. So Windows 11, it just got leaked. Well, not just. I mean, it got leaked like a week and a half ago, which I know is forever in internet time. But this is kind of weird because way back in the day when Windows 10 first got released, Microsoft said that Windows 10 was going to be the last version. There will be no Windows after it. So I guess that that's not true, but hey, look, a big tech company lied. Who would have thought that that would ever happen? So Windows 11 is supposed to officially launch tomorrow. So if you want to put it on hardware, I would say just wait for that, because this is a leak from like some Chinese forum. So no way to know if there's any additional malware bundled with it besides the malicious features that Microsoft builds into their operating system anyway. But I'm going to show you guys how to install it and I guess some of the new features that it has in KVM over here. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Go to New Virtual Machine. And I've already got the ISO downloaded. And let's see, yeah, sure. We'll do 2 CPUs and 4 gigs. I mean, this is the bare minimum to run Windows 11, if I'm not mistaken. And then, yeah, we'll do 40 gigs. And customize configuration before install. So I'm going to show you guys one important thing you want to do. So you want to go over here to your network options and just have it disabled for now, because typically whenever you set up well, they even do this in Windows 10, where they try to make you create an account if your computer sees that it's connected to the internet, and it can be kind of difficult to bypass it. But just disabling the internet when you're initially setting up Windows is the easy way to get around that. So we'll go ahead and apply and begin installation. All right, so it's starting up. It already looks kind of different, like the little window logo. This looks the same though. So we got our classic Windows setup screen, and we'll install now. And I do not have a product key, and I really don't plan on buying one. So here are the versions. Now, I don't recall these N versions, so I have no idea what this is about. Maybe it's like a, I don't know, neutered, or like maybe it's some kind of networked version if Microsoft is trying to get into some really weird cloud computing stuff. But I'm going to do Pro, Windows 11 Pro. And yeah, go ahead and accept to, you know, sell my soul to Microsoft and all that good stuff. So we'll do custom and new, okay, format, okay, and go ahead and start the installation. So far, everything looks the same, except for just that part where it obviously says Windows 11 instead of Windows 10. So I'll pause the video and we'll come back when this is done. All right, so this is what I've got after my system rebooted the first time to do the rest of the personalized setup. And here is where things are finally different. So you don't just have a generic blue background with Cortana trying to talk to you. So yeah, this is kind of cool. Let's go ahead and set it up. Yeah, I'm in the United States. And you can already see that like it's starting to lag a little bit. Like and you saw I configured my virtual system to use 2 cores, or 2 threads rather, and 4 gigs. So This is really the bare minimum for running Windows 11. Oh, I also forgot to mention that 32-bit systems, there is no 32-bit for Windows 11, as you saw in that initial setup. So yeah, like if you have a really low spec 32-bit system, Windows 11 just is not an option for you. But I would think at this point that those people would have moved on to Linux, or maybe they're just sticking with like Windows XP or Windows 7, because even Windows 8 and Windows 10 didn't run very well on 32-bit systems. Anyway, no, not going to add a second layout. It's really taken a while to check for updates here. All right, so we'll just use it for personal use. And so yeah, this is where they want you to go through the whole rigmarole of making a Microsoft account. So if we go to sign-in options, offline account. All right, and yeah, we'll go with the limited experience. And then it wants a name, so we'll just say Bill. And no password necessary. All right, so here you get to choose how many spyware options you want to have. So I'm just going to go ahead and disable all of these so that I can have a false sense of security when using a proprietary operating system. And then we're going to check for updates again for some reason. And then it's going to tell us just a moment. Oh, it's saying hi. I think we're about to get our desktop. Yeah, it's getting things ready for us. I don't know why you would use some resources to show me these animations instead of just using it all to actually set up my computer, but that's Windows for you. So it's going to take a few minutes. I think I'm going to go ahead and pause the video for you guys, not to, I don't want to waste too much of your time. Okay, so now I'm booted to the desktop, and the first thing that you're probably going to notice is that Microsoft has once again ripped off Apple's design with their taskbar, or at least with the way that they're kind of grouping their apps down here, because this is similar to what I would expect on macOS. Now, the bar itself, it still does stretch across the entire bottom. So it's not purely Mac-like. It's actually worse, I would say, because why do this whole bar if you're going to do it like that? But still, this is kind of confusing and annoying to people who are used to the way it's been for decades. I mean, look at this. This is the start menu. My brain is hardwired to look to the left of the screen after pressing the start menu, or after pressing the Windows key rather. Okay, things are also kind of arranged in the start menu totally differently. I do guess that this is a little bit better in a way though, because there's no ads in the start menu. There's no ads for Candy Crush. Well, okay. Let's be clear. I guess technically there are ads like for Twitter here, because this isn't actually installed, right? So you have to click it in order for it to, start going. And this is basically trying to install it. I don't know what this is all about. Let me see. Maybe my VM already got hacked. That would actually be pretty cool if it did. I'm just going to go ahead and turn off all notifications for Microsoft Edge. There we go. So yeah, let's actually, well, I guess Twitter's installed now. Let's actually take a look through some of these programs that are installed. So all apps, and some of these I installed too, like 7-Zip. That was me. Let's see, Mail, Maps. Okay, Microsoft Store. Still got that same old store. Let's see, Calculator. Like it's pretty much all the same kind of apps that ship with Windows 10. Let's explore around a bit some more. Go into our settings. So they have some new wallpapers now. Like I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure that this one is different. This one, I'm not actually sure whether this came with Windows or not. This looks really familiar, so this one might have already been there. I think I like this one the most. Okay, so we've got kind of like a new taskbar. We've got some new wallpapers. The virtual desktop manager is a little bit fancier now. So yeah, I mean, I guess it looks cooler. Let's see. Oh, widgets are back. So which one is it? This icon. Yeah, this is the widgets. So this is a thing, again, if you have a Microsoft account, at least, because you have to be signed in for this to work, so you can see like your weather and your location, all that cool stuff. Oh, this is like scroll bar? Okay. I think an invisible scroll bar might make more sense here. I don't know. It looks kind of ugly to me. So yeah, the widgets, that's a thing. And here, just to show you that, you know, it really, really, truly is Windows 11. See? It really is. A dev build, though, because I don't think that this has DirectX, like the latest DirectX included with it. Yeah, so it's using 12, and I think 12.1 is supposed to be the newest one. So I guess we'll see whether the like official build of Windows 11 comes with DirectX 12.1. But really, to be completely honest with you, this just looks like Windows 10 with a different window manager installed. Like, it's not a huge overhaul. It's not like the difference between going from 7 to 8, or even from going from 8 to 10. Like, this just isn't really that different. Oh, another thing, though, that they changed besides just sort of, I guess, the new layout is there's new DRM that's installed. So, you probably already know that with the background in Windows 10, you needed to have your system activated in order to change it, but they also have it with the taskbar. So you can fix the taskbar alignment and put it back over to the left as God intended it to be, but only if you have activated Windows. So it's like Microsoft knows. They know you don't want to see this bullshit with the taskbar straight in the middle, which is why they made it the default and why they put a paywall between you and putting it over here. Like, this is literally just Windows 10 without Candy Crush ads in the start menu. That's basically what this is right now. Now, luckily, you don't really have to pay for Windows 10 or Windows 11 to get past those activations. All you have to do is run KMS. So let's see, I had one of them in here. Well, a couple, because some of the other ones didn't work. But yeah, KMS tools. So you just run that. And sure, I'm sure you found some threats. Thank you for trying to protect me, Microsoft. So yeah, KMS, it's basically like an activator for Windows 10, but it works in Windows 11 as well. Yeah, so basically, you just KMS Autolite, and then the Russian the Russian spyware fights with Microsoft spyware, and the result is you get an activated Windows device. I'm just kidding. I don't know whether this installs spyware on your system or not. I don't know, and I don't really care because it's all proprietary anyway. Why don't we go ahead and get a footprint of this to close out? So let's see how much bloat has been added to Windows. You know, it actually doesn't look like that much more has been added. So, okay, we're using 48% of our memory, and I configured this to have 4 gigs of RAM. So we're using about 2 gigs of RAM at idle. Nothing else is running. Well, maybe this little settings menu. So yeah, nothing else is running, and we're using about 2 gigs. And then, of course, CPU is going to fluctuate a lot, like depending on whether we scroll. It can go as high as a quarter of what we've assigned to the virtual device. This might be slightly lower, but I think that's only going to be because this is a development version. Like I said, the real version is supposed to come out tomorrow. So maybe if I can get my hands on like the official ISO, I'll do a review of that as well, and we can kind of compare this part. And I doubt that there's going to be any like really new things here as far as like the layout and stuff. I don't know. I think that maybe this looks better than Windows than the stock Windows 10. I don't know, it's been a while since I've even really like looked at this stuff. I mean, I have Windows on my work computer, but I just don't really go through the settings or like tweak or config because I mean, it's Windows. I'm only using it for a few hours every day. But let me know what you guys think. Do you like the look of Windows 11? Are you going to start using Windows 11 for your gaming VMs to play games that can't run natively on Linux? Or are you going to stick to Windows 10 for that? Or even Windows 7? I still think that that's honestly the best version of Windows out there, even though they killed it off and newer games probably aren't going to work on it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Also, be sure to check it out on Odyssey if you want to get the magnet links, and have a great rest of your day.